Hey friends, this summer we installed solar panels and 2 Tesla Powerwall 2 batteries. And in this video I'm going to show you the new roof-mounted solar system and battery storage, and I'm also going to give you some tips on building and designing a system for yourself too. And download a handy calculator tool showing you how much your bills will change depending on where energy prices go next. It's only 10 days until the shortest day, which feels like a good time to make a video about solar panels. Solar panels are a type of technology that converts sunlight into electricity. They are made up of photovoltaic cells, which use energy from the sun to produce electricity. Now this is different from solar thermal, which uses energy from the sun to warm up hot water. This produces electricity, not hot water. You can of course produce your hot water from the electricity that these photovoltaic cells generate. Solar panels are a clean and renewable source of energy, and they've become increasingly popular in recent years as people look for ways to reduce their carbon footprint and save on their energy bills. If you are thinking about installing solar panels at home, there's a few things you need to know first. Firstly, solar panels are not a one-size-fits-all solution. The size and type of solar panel system that's right for your home will depend on a number of factors, including the size of your roof and the amount of sunlight your home receives and your energy needs. And when considering solar panels, it's important to think about the long-term benefits. While the upfront cost of installing a solar panel system can be significant, it can pay for itself over time through the savings on your energy bills. Now these savings are immediate. The moment your panels are turned on, you start saving money. Plus, you'll be helping to reduce your carbon footprint and contribute to a more sustainable future. We specified a total of 13.51 kilowatt peak of solar. Now that's built into 2 separate arrays, each one feeding its own 5 kilowatt inverter. This means we can generate a maximum of 10 kilowatts of energy at a time. We've put 7,300 watts on the garage, which is split 50-50 east-west, and we've put 6,205 on the house, which is split between 1,460 on the south-facing wall and the rest, which is 4,745 watt peak, east-facing on the roof on top of the house. Now this has the benefit that if one system goes down, we still have power from the other. And also by spreading your system across east-west instead of just south, which is great for the northern hemisphere, it's where the sun is facing most of the time. It means that, say you have a cloudy, terrible dark morning and a beautiful, lovely afternoon, that you still generate power. They actually work less well when they're really hot, but they do need sunlight. They'll generate on a cloudy or rainy day, but won't generate if they're covered in snow or ice. Now, when we consume electricity at home, the power that's generated from the panels takes priority and is used first, with the balance being made up from the grid, or our batteries. And this is why we installed 2 Tesla Powerwall 2s. They're a revolutionary new technology that allows homeowners to store energy from the solar panels and use it to power their homes at night or during power blackouts. So the Tesla Powerwall is a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that can be mounted on a wall inside or outside your home. It's designed to store energy from your solar panels and make it available for use whenever you want to use it. This means we can reduce our reliance on the grid and avoid paying for energy during peak times. Another great benefit of a Tesla Powerwall is that it can provide backup power during blackouts or other power outages. This means that we can keep our lights on, the fridge running, the home safe and comfortable even when the power grid goes down. In fact, let me show you just this. Here is the main switch to the house, and if I flick the switch, the power stays on. There's literally nothing. You don't even notice. In fact, we've had power cuts, and I've had no idea that we've had a power cut, except for the notification in the app telling me that we've got a grid outage. So we're generating 2 kilowatts of solar at the minute. It's 1 o'clock on a midwinter's day. The house is using 3.8. We've got the washing machine on, we've got the tumble dryer on, and a combination of the solar and the Powerwall is providing everything that we need. In fact, from about March to September, we were completely off-grid. Let's go back on the grid now. Now that you know a bit about what a Tesla Powerwall is and how it works, let's talk about the different options that are available. Now, there are 2 main types of Powerwalls, the original Powerwall and the Powerwall 2. In this video, we're looking at the Powerwall 2, which gives us a combined usable total energy of 13.5 kilowatt hours each. We have 2, which gives us 27 kilowatt hours of battery storage. A typical home uses 10 kilowatt hour in a typical 24-hour period. Now, that's without any EV charging, and it means that we can run home, business, and gives us a little bit of extra flexibility for car charging as well. The Tesla Powerwall is not the only home battery product. The LG Chem Resu is a competitor that's designed to be similar, but it only comes with a 5-year warranty. whereas the Powerwall has a 10-year warranty. The Sonnet Eco is another competitor, and that can be purchased in 4 kWh to 16 kWh sizes, but can only discharge its power. That's less than our electric cooker and certainly won't power an electric shower. The Powerwall can continuously discharge at 5 kW until it's empty, and can burst even higher than that if it's needed. The Powerwall is also smarter than the competition, as it carefully watches the weather forecasts and your behaviour patterns, and tries to figure out how much topping up it needs to take from the grid at night or other off-peak times, while still leaving capacity for your own generation. In addition to the Powerwall 2 10-year warranty, our JA Solar, it's a Chinese brand, solar panels are warranted for 25 years. The Solar Edge inverters for 20 years and the optimizers for 25 years. So as solar panels age, they don't break, they degrade sort of gracefully. They generate a bit less energy as they go on. And as there are no moving parts to the installation to service or maintain, there's not really anything that breaks down or needs servicing. The most likely parts to wear out eventually are going to be the inverters. And they're about £4,000 each, and won't need us to spend much, if anything, to replace them if they break in the next couple of decades. Okay, on to the money bit. Now, the Powerwall can be purchased separately. It doesn't need solar panels to work. And of course, the first Powerwall is actually the most expensive, because this comes with the Tesla gateway. You're looking at around £7,000 to £10,000 or equivalent dollars, and you must buy the single Tesla gateway with your first battery. Multiple batteries are therefore cheaper. Now, our best quote at the time for 2 Powerwall 2s was £18,162. We also could get 3 for £25,475, but this was a bit much for us, so we went with the 2. Now, this is a lot of money, but the Powerwall saves you money on electricity bills, and also provides backup power during outages, which is valuable for us, especially as we're rural. We currently have no ability to export our energy back to the grid through what's called a feed-in tariff. This is a way that electricity companies can reward generators by paying them a fair price for the solar energy they create. Every unit of energy produced by home generation is sold by the energy company to somebody else at full price. Hopefully this changes in the future. Now, the solar cost us £26,243.18, although we did consider a smaller 6.2 kilowatt peak system for £13,041. That's inclusive of the panels, the optimizers, the inverters, and the installation. Now, you do need to know that lead times right now are very, very long. If you ordered a Tesla Powerwall 2 today, it may arrive in up to a year from now. Solar panels and inverters are available, but your solar installers may be very busy, especially in the UK right now, as the solar installed capacity is growing fast and demand is very, very high. Since installing this summer, we've had Powerwall cover us with 59 power cuts, or outages, the longest outage being 4 days continuous and the total being 16 days. We've imported nearly no grid power during the summer, and although taking summer through to mid-December on average, our energy mix has been powered with about 25% solar, direct from the sun, which we've used at the time, 40% from Powerwall, and 35% we've used from the grid. We've produced 4.52 megawatt hours of power since the midsummer. That's worth nearly £1,000 on our Manx energy prices at the moment, and saved 1,772 kilograms of CO2 from being emitted. That's the equivalent to planting 53 trees, and that's just in 6 months. Of course, this system is essentially permanent, so we'll be generating and saving constantly going forward. On the Isle of Man, we have one electricity generating company that burns natural gas to generate electricity for us. We also import energy from the UK through a 40 megawatt interconnector, and we get the cleanest energy that the UK has at that time. We get the same energy mix that's in the national grid at that moment. Our first 6 months of our new solar system is not quite representative, since we've had some shading from some ash trees, which are sadly dying from ash dieback, no ability to export power to the grid, which we hope changes in the future. This means that our solar panels, once all of our needs are met, once the batteries are full and the cars are full and the house is done, our panels just shut down. So it'd be much better if they didn't, they just carried on working and just took whatever excess there was and put it out to the grid. But sadly, we haven't been able to export. So we've had one electricity bill in the time we've had our solar system. We've also had the same energy bill for the previous year, which we can compare. Now, adjusted for inflation, as our electricity bills have increased to 30% this period, year on year, the equivalent bill last year was £873.66. And our bill this year has been £213.15. The solar panels actually went live at a different time to the Powerwalls. The solar went live on the 24th of June, which is actually 24 days into this period, and the Powerwalls on the 11th of July. So it's not quite neat, but it's the best I have right now. I look forward to an update video in the future. However, it's worth pointing out that's not the full story, because we have spent £1,500. This leaves us with an effective loss of £839.85. The total spend the first quarter post-install has been £1,713.51. So it basically means we have been spending, at present, £279.95 per month on our first electricity bill, which is essentially going towards paying off the solar and the batteries. And this is with a 30% price increase since commissioning the system. Now, we calculate that if energy prices increase by 81% from that original price, so that's our original electricity prices, which were 16.9 pence per kilowatt hour peak and 9.6 pence per kilowatt hour off peak, which is a short period in the middle of the night for EV charging. Hopefully this is a tariff that will be available for everyone, regardless of whether or not you have an EV registered or not. But this is the way it is now. We have time of use tariffs available on the Isle of Man for if you have electrical heating or an electric vehicle. We calculate that if energy prices increase 81% from that, the system would pay for itself immediately on an ongoing basis, and that's at just 30 pence per kilowatt hour peak rate. Now, we don't want energy prices to rise, of course, but it's just that if they do, we aren't committed to buying all of our energy at the new higher prices from our energy company, as we can generate and use much of what we need ourselves. Quick break. We calculated if we used a fixed interest loan to pay for the system over 10 years, if energy prices increased from our baseline tariff by 81%, so that's 35 pence per kilowatt hour peak and 17.4 pence per kilowatt hour off peak, then we would break even immediately on an ongoing basis. In other words, our solar and Powerwall system would be free. Instead of paying these hypothetical higher energy bills, we would essentially be repaying our solar and battery system instead. After 10 years, this will be a fully paid off investment. Energy prices have increased by 30% already, and I think it's a safe bet to say that they were going to increase further. I will say again, I do not want energy prices to increase. It isn't good for me, it's not good for anybody on the island, it's not good for any energy consumers to be paying more. It's the principal driver of the cost of living crisis. But I'm saying that this is a gamble, that if energy prices increase, we've fixed our energy prices at this new level. The system's financed essentially then with the bank's money and not our own. It's similar to fixing energy prices at a lower rate and getting a better deal from a second energy company that you own. It's also a bit similar to a passive income side hustle, only it doesn't need any ongoing maintenance or take up any time. I've prepared an article to accompany this video with more details on the numbers and including a free downloadable calculator. It's available on www.divingdeveloper.net. And a link to the article is also in the video description below, so please go and click it. You will need to be a member of the site, but that's completely free, and I won't spam you, I promise. You'll get about one email once every 3 months at the current rate of video production, but I'm hoping to be a weekly video channel. We'll see. There won't be any spam. You can always unsubscribe at any time. If you like this video, please hit the like button so YouTube will recommend this video to other viewers. And if you have any questions, then please pop them into the comment section down below and I will get back to you. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.